We are at PALMILLA in Cabo San Lucas. Playing as a single today, so lots of time to talk to you guys. It's pretty windy out here, so I'm playing it at only about 6,200 today.
As requested, I'm going to use today's video to show you how I think my way through a round, shot by shot. And it starts with checking my ego. I've never played this course, and it's windy, so I'm opting to tee it forward. And throughout the round, I'll walk you through how I play off a single-digit handicap, with the swing that elicits its share of critiques in the comments.
Okay, just fine. Let's go. 130 in, and it's got to cover all these bunkers here, so this needs to be crisp. That was not hit flush. That was not good at all. Okay, bunker shot on one. We're about to find out how the bunkers are. Had a bit of a mud ball on the fairway. Practice green was quite slow. Doesn't appear to be much in this putt. Wobbles a hair right for the last 2 feet. Go stretch. Ah. Okay, so this hole is only 270, and the bunkers are like from 230 to 260. So we're gonna try to play smart golf here. Just hit a hybrid up the right here. If it draws a bit, that's fine because it's not going to reach the bunker. That's good. 74. We have a big false front here, so I got to carry it all the way there for sure. That should be okay. Not a bad backdrop for this shot. Okay, that actually came up a bit short. There's a big spine right here, so it's going to move a ton this way at the hole. This one's all about speed, actually. Go in. Oh, I guess a good thing that hit the lip, or it might have gone 7 feet by. So a 500-yard par 5. Par 5s are where I should do my scoring, but I haven't been playing them well lately. So yeah, I think it honestly starts with having better plans off the tee, and just not making silly decisions. The big bunker on the right is at 250 to 270. I'm gonna aim left of it. I don't know if you can see the cart in the distance. Yeah, commit to a line. Okay. That should be good. So this is a hole where course knowledge would probably do me good. It's 228 playing 236. I can't get my 5-wood that far. I don't want to be like short left because then I have a blind uphill pitch. But it also looks like if I go right, I'm gonna be a bit short-sided. I think that's still the better of the two misses because it should be at least a pitch on that I can see. Aim right of the trap right in front of me is about 175 to carry. There's one behind it, so I'm going to be looking to the right of both of those. If it draws a bit, that's cool. So that was a bit chunky, but it was on the line I intended. And yeah, I think that should be good for a little like 50 or 60 yard pitch in. This is basically what we asked for. It's like I said, I can see it, but there's probably about 6 or 7 paces there before the hole. Looking a bit right of it, landing it ideally like a pace before the green, but trying to miss long of that and not short. Yeah, that's great. Okay, I don't think I have to give up the hole here. It is moving a hair to my right. I think I'm just gonna try to make sure I put a good like end over end stroke on it. Actually aim at the middle of the cup. Like that. Let's go. Oh, that feels good after playing so many par 5s poorly lately. So this is another hole where course knowledge might be nice. It's only 300, but it's stroke hole 3 on the card. And that appears to be because the landing zone is very small. You have to pick a number. We're just gonna go with a 200 club. Right over the bunkers in front of me, hopefully short of the one past the fairway there. I think that's good. Just 80 in, but that's a flagstick that's daring you to flirt with it and get into all kinds of trouble, so we'll miss a little long. An 85 swing, not an 80 swing. If it's long, that's okay. Ooh, it hit and bit. We like that. Pitch mark right here. These greens are quite receptive. It's funny, it looks like a foot on camera. It's about 3 and breaking, but same, I think, thought process as the last hole. I think here we just hit him firm. Yep, firm into the cup. That's how we do it. Back to back. And no pressure now. Thanks guys, appreciate it. Okay, we've got a gallery who's letting me play through. It's a full 9-iron or just really cut off 8-iron. Uh-oh. Kick right. All right, pin high, but just missed the green. All right, all the pressure in the world now. Lack of course knowledge is becoming a bit of a thing. I'm really not sure what's going on with this hole. It appears to be a dog leg left. I'm gonna aim, there's one skinny palm tree out there and that's gonna be my line. And let's hope that's the right line. Okay, I missed my line by 200 yards because I wasn't committed. Cart path bounce. We'll see. Okay, I had to take a lateral here. Don't really want to venture into the desert in Mexico. And now it's 2:30 into wind. Disaster holes have to happen. Just gonna try to put a smooth swing on this. If it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. That's also really bad. Okay, we'll see what's up there. Lucky to be alive here, about 4 feet from the crap. Come down. So this one is moving quite a bit. It's coming this way. This one I have to be a bit more defensive with. Steeply downhill. Maybe not that defensive, Adam. Okay. Now this is a backdrop. I'm hoping the fairway is wider than it appears, because it looks like a shoestring in front of me. Just gonna aim down the gut. That didn't sound good, but it was fine. I discovered what's happening. That's my pitch mark. So not getting much more out of these than the carry. And I have 255 and it's into the wind. I'm definitely not gonna get there, but I still think this club's okay because there's tons of bailout right. So the key is just miss right and into the wind, yeah. Boy, the wind really held that up. Okay, wedge in, 60 in and into the wind. Greens are super receptive, so I think I can fly this basically the whole way. A little 60-yard pitch and putt hole. I think right at it. Oh, it hit and stopped about 12 feet short, I think. So remember when I said 12 feet short? Maybe a bit more like 20. Get to clean the mud ball finally, which is nice. Not a ton in this putt. Wants to fall a little left. There's a ridge here, burn mark here. It's funny, on POA in Vancouver, burn marks on the holes aren't really a thing. It's nice to see that and get an idea. Play it about cup right. Oh, it actually broke left and then right. Okay, so we're gonna have a little talk about ego here. It's 121 to the stick. I know a lot of guys are hitting gap wedges for that. So my 9-iron carries 125, so I'm comfortable with it up to like 130. But guess what? We're into the wind, and anything short is hazard, like re-tee. So I'm gonna decide when I'm standing over it, not based on ego, but based on sort of how I feel here, whether I'm gonna take an 8-iron from only 121. I think if I was off the deck here, I would just hit an 8-iron and accept long. But I'm reasonably confident, probably only like, the stick's 121, it's probably like 115 to carry. So I don't think this wind is knocking 10 yards off of my 9-iron. So I am gonna hit the 9, but I'm definitely gonna try to get all of it. Just made it over. So what I need to keep remembering today is no rollout. I'm gonna putt this. Not 100% sure how this fringe is gonna react. Got a bit of dirt to get through here. Another mud ball too. Ooh, slow down. Uh-oh, okay. I hammered that one. Let's get the mud off this ball. There's really not much in this. Center right. Oh, I pulled it. That's a really bad bogey. And that was kind of a gimme hole with such a short number. So a theme of the day continues to be course knowledge. I think those bunkers are only about 210 to cover. I'm gonna aim a little left of the bunkers. If it fades, I want it to still just cover the traps. So it drew. This is fine, 93 now. Wind's kind of knocking it right and down. I'm just gonna hit almost a full gap wedge. Come on, wind, do your thing. Okay, swinging just a bit to my left. Played a cup right. Oh, it was more than that. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like he isn't really being fair. He just assumes I'll work. But he never really puts any work into me, into us. I almost feel like he's just not that committed. I feel like with the right coaching, he's got the game to break 80.
I got a course guide at the turn, which hopefully will pay some dividends here. This is a really funky hole that I'm glad I had the course guide for. It's 350, but there's a fairway in front of me that runs out at about 240, and then the hole hard dog legs left. I think it's just gonna be a hybrid. Aimed up the right and I tend to draw it. I'm gonna aim center right and hope it draws to the left part. And the ball's above my feet, so it should encourage that. Only 128 in, playing 135. Similar to the shot we had on one where we hit an 8-iron. Let's try to make sure we get all this one. That was so bad. Diving right out of the sky. Oh wow, it made it. That was a gift from the golf gods. This ball had no business getting here. So this ball's moving to my left. About a cup, I'd say. A little more. I don't know if I pulled that or totally misread it because it missed 4 cups left. So one thing as a single playing on a busy golf course is you do a lot of waiting. So I'm thinking through the last time I took a driver swing. It was on the tee of 9. After 9, I did 15 minutes at the turn hanging out. Last hole hit a hybrid. So it's probably been about 40 minutes since I've hit a driver. But that's okay. This hole does look pretty wide open on the left, so I'm gonna aim up the left. There's a white pole. Oh my goodness, Adam. So that's into the waist area on the right. It's not sitting down, which is nice. It's 129 playing 135. It's 91. I'm actually gonna hit a pitching wedge. I never saw it, but I heard it. 26 yards. I only get that number so I can show you in the video. These are more by feel than number. But I will say that like doing this a lot, it probably has ingrained a bit in me the difference between like a 30-yarder and 40-yarder. We like that. I always ask myself, even when it's straight, if it's gonna move one way, like what is it favoring? And this is funny because the general slope is like this, but there's this tiny little slope in front of me. It's really just the middle of the cup. This is a good thing to practice. Can you hit a 6-foot straight putt? Had I not hit that like a total wuss, it would have been fine, but I didn't. It's a double. Okay, this is a tough one. 420 uphill the whole way. I sometimes joke about angry swing, like this will be angry swing. Okay, so that was, to say that was bad would be the biggest understatement ever. So this is also an example of something I talk about in videos, which is red light drive, green light drive. So I don't like keeping fairways in regulation as a stat, because like that one, there's a 420-yard hole. I mean, it's in the fairway. It's probably 180 yards out there. So I call that a red light drive. Like it didn't realistically give me a shot to hit the fairway into. Whereas if I had hit it, 260 and 5 paces off the fairway, that's a green light drive because I still had a reasonable chance of hitting the green. So that's what you see when it's red light drive, green light drive in my stats. So the group in front of me is a twosome, and they are gruesome. Excuses, excuses. Back to the shot at hand. It's a 195, playing 207, but now there is like a good 1 club wind at my back. So I'm hitting my 3 hybrid, which is a 200 club. There's a wider entrance to this green on the left. The one thing I kind of need to think through is this club usually draws. So I don't want to draw it like long left. So I'm going to try to just like put a very, very smooth swing on it. You do everything you can over the ball. And then you just have to accept the outcome, right? There's a little green bush. Smooth swing at him. It was right at my target line. Oh, did that get a bad kick? Okay. Got a little vulture there? I don't know what it is. It's cool though. So I'm gonna call my last shot a green visited in regulation. Came up here, then down this swale. And on the subject of acceptance, here to the pin is 5 paces. And if it's short at all, it's right back down there. So I'm gonna try to hit it up here, but I'm gonna make sure it misses long, because like 15 feet past the hole this way is better than having this pitch again. So remember when I said I wasn't gonna leave it down here? Now I have to putt. Much better. Aziz, light. Thank you, much better, Aziz. So I have a theory about why range rats sometimes have trouble on the course. It's really easy on the driving range to get into a groove of, with your driver. You kind of find a feel, you hit a bucket of balls. Let's say you hit 5 shots a minute. Let's say you even hit 3 shots a minute, which I think most people hit more. In 15 minutes, you can hit 45 drives. So today, all day, given that there's 4 par 3s, and then a handful of holes that you're not hitting driver on, I'm gonna hit driver like 10 times in 4.5 hours. So it's pretty tough I shouldn't say it's pretty tough, but it's a very different thing to, over the course of 4 hours, hit 10 drives compared to hitting that in 3 minutes. I don't know what to do with that information, but that's my theory. Anyhow, this is a par 5, 486 on the cart, and I think if you get a good line, you can hit it only like 240, which I do, and then get 200 or less in. It's about 220 to cover the water in front of me. My target is just over the right edge of these bunkers. The swing thought is going to be high cut. Yeah, that's fine. It was kind of high on the face and didn't carry very far, but that's okay. Okay, only 187 home, and I actually didn't hit that well. And I figured out a little bit of why this twosome is so gruesome. Group in front of me, this woman had like a 6-foot putt. She hit it, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times. Anyhow, 187. I have another mud ball. It would probably be fair for me to be cleaning these, but I don't know. Well, that wasn't too good. Thank you, golf gods. Take an extra club, aim at the fat part of the green. Don't do anything too exotic. That's okay. I'm gonna putt it with the gap wedge. Go in. Oh. Okay, on to stroke hole 1. We gotta carry it up there, and then the green is there. But right now we gotta go over here. You're gonna see what it is to cover some of this stuff. It's only about 200 to get over on a reasonably aggressive looking line. Let's try to do it. High cut, high cut. So this is shaping up to be like a 2.5 hour back nine as a single. Just had a nice chat with the beverage cart lady. I'm on a really downhill lie. Ball's gonna tend to want to squirt right. So I'm gonna aim a little left and we'll see. If that has the distance, it's gonna be good. Not sure. So now that I see this green, I'm ready to declare it one of the toughest holes I've ever seen. It's all cover. And mine pitched right up here and it fell down into this bunker. Let's see. Caught mostly ball there. I'd be curious, can anyone comment what kind of grass this is in Cabo? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the gap wedge. I'm worried it's gonna scoot. Okay. We will take a bogey on that hole. This is 140 on the card, but it's 170. It feels like a 6-iron, although there might be some wind in too. I still like aiming right of the flag and just hitting a hard 6-iron. That's all over it. Be the number. Oh wow, that barely covered. I guess it was 170 into wind. It was a little dangerous line, but I'm gonna have an uphill putt for birdie from the fringe. It's tough to orient here because there's not a lot of flat surfaces in the distance to gauge what truly flat is. This one is deceiving, like it looks like it's this way, but then when I look grand picture, they've built this up because there's water here, and still generally the slope is like this. I think it basically evens out to be a straight putt. So I'm gonna aim at the hole. Total misread. It did go this way. That was not well done at all. So why don't I give this one a bit more respect? Shit. It looks like we missed that putt, the recording. But I two-putted it. It looked like it was right edge. That's where I thought I aimed it. I actually started it at the middle of the hole. Of course, player B drains it, but in reality, that was a two-putt. It's 260 to the bunker right in front of me. I'm gonna just aim at it and try to hit a cut, and we're into wind, so I shouldn't reach it. It's a 500-yard hole, so we're probably not getting there in two. But anyhow, got a target. Let's put a good swing on it. I didn't see that ball. I'm looking up to see if I can see it land anywhere. 3-shot hole anyway. It's like 300 flag and into like a one, not a 2-club wind, a 1-club wind. Just needs to get up there. .111, definitely into a club. It's a little fadey. Oh wow, that was terrible. Wow, you know what? Like just stopping and evaluating it, we're into like a 1 to 1.5 club wind. I actually needed a 9-iron there. Okay, right back at it. I did a video, I'm gonna link it to the description right now. It was at Bear Mountain and it was awesome. Met up with a subscriber he's like a career coach basically. And he said something really interesting. He said that in moments like these, it's not about on course trying to improve at the things you're not good at. It's about leaning into the things that you are good at. So if there's anything great we've been doing today, it's this shot. So let's like find confidence and say, yeah, I've had a bunch of these today that I've knocked really close. This is the thing that's going well. Let's be confident. I see a line here. Let's try to get it to tap in distance. Let's do it. Yeah. Being a YouTuber is funny because like I don't come into a round with a preset narrative. I play golf and then it does what it does. And it's nice when you say something and then it manifests. So I had a few more visits with the beverage lady. Feeling loose. So this is 186. When I gunned the number 10 minutes ago, we were into a 1-club wind. Now it seems to have died. So I could hit just a 5-iron here, but I think I'm still gonna hit the 4 hybrid. It's a 190 club. I would just love it to not draw a ton. Well, I started it like 50 yards right. That's not the worst leave. Okay, so we had the right stick. This is exactly pin high. I'll see on the shot tracer. It either was dead straight because I aim right or it was pushed. I'm not sure yet. This one's actually a little tough because, again, it's in this grass. Please comment if you know what kind of grass this is. I'm not used to it. It's sitting down. It needs to carry to the green or almost all the way to the green. Yeah, that wasn't it. Okay. Oh, almost. The good news is Marta and I are very good friends. That's the beverage cart girl. This is my last swing in Mexico. So that was hit on the top of the face. It's really bad. Do you guys want to play it together or wait? All right. A birdie would allow us to break 80, I think, but 156 into wind. So I'm gonna hit a 6-iron, which is my 165 club. Ball's definitely above my feet. Okay, let's see what we have here. We're gonna have like a really brutal bunker lie. Oh my God. The old 30-yard bunker shot. Let's have fun. It's 45 yards. So I'm gonna hit my sand wedge, not my lob wedge. Open the face, down and behind it. I mean, that's fine. This is probably a good time to just talk about golf and scoring and things. So like, I think I've played pretty poorly today. And we're like trending towards, I don't know, I think like a high 70s, low 80s round. which for me, right now my index is 6.9, tends to fluctuate between 5 and 9. So like, why am I sitting here getting angry? I shouldn't be. This is how I'm supposed to play. About 25 feet on 18, maybe 30 feet, just pace. That was like 4 cups, right? I heard something interesting on these, which is that like a lot of people overthink these. Guys who are really good, they say be an athlete, hit the ball. But on these, it's like, be a human. A human should be able to make a 4-foot putt. Just don't overthink it. Okay. Golf's hard. Good day.
And there you have it. You can see that on course I'm not thinking a ton about my golf swing. The golf course isn't the venue to tweak your swing. I try to focus on having a plan for every shot, and I say that 10 out of 10 planning and 6 out of 10 execution is better than the other way around. And that's about how I'd grade my game today.